incredibly quickly. So that's one thing that it likes. It likes contiguous geometry, right? And we mean that in terms of smoothing groups, in terms of UVs, in terms of vertex color noise. The other thing that it likes is occluding geometry. So geometry that blocks stuff, right? If I put my camera in front of this rock, I know I'm only going to really need to render this rock, right? The other stuff is going to get blocked, so I don't have to worry about it. And that again feeds back into that efficiency of Nanite in terms of it trying to figure out what do I need to render so that I can render that at the best possible level of detail. And we can see this occlusion culling working. If we go into our buffer visualization for Nanite and we go into our overdraw again, you can see that we've got all of these items being rendered. And as I get closer and closer to that rock, all of the other assets disappear. Right now, and as I kind of switch this back and forth, you can kind of see around the edges, we've got some tearing, right, where we're doing that. That's it, very rapidly bringing in all of those little clusters at higher and higher resolutions as it needs them. I'm going to turn this off because it's a little bit noisy. The third thing that Nanite wants is it wants non-layered geometry. It wants a representation of the surface, and for that to be it, for you to not have to constantly layer thing on thing on thing. Now, I've had to fake this a little bit. If we go back into our preview for just a second, and we go to overdraw, you can kind of see this little hotspot here, right? Where we've got a bit of overdraw in this middle bit, and then around it, we've got these triangles like popping in and out, coming in and out and in and out. Now, the reason that we have that is because I have placed a boulder behind this rock, and I've duplicated it 30 times and put it really up close to the rest of that geometry. And that way you can kind of see. So when we start layering geometry, one on top of the other like this, we start to get issues where Nanite can't quite discern what it should and shouldn't be rendering. So in order to play it safe, it just renders all of it, right? It just goes through and it goes, okay, well, I'll render all the geometry. We can figure it out a bit later on.